everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for July 23rd, 2020, Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern. I wanted to share something with everybody that I received a letter from one of our people in Eastern Europe. And kind of gives us all a perspective across the planet with the rest of our brothers and sisters and some of the things that are occurring. And I'll just briefly share this with everyone. This happens to be in the Ukraine, Eastern Europe, which used to be a part of Russia. Right now in the Ukraine, complete chaos is going on. Excuse me. I can tell you briefly, during the quarantine, all patients were released from the psychiatric hospital. There are more than 1,000 of them. All of them were given a certificate that they were healthy because the authorities have ceased to provide such institutions. Doctors went to the rally but did not help. It did not help. In general, there have been a lot of homeless people lately. 2 days ago, in one Ukrainian city of Lutsk, a nutcase hijacked the city bus. It was terracotta, but no one was hurt. All the passengers survived. This terrorist also used to be in the psychiatric ward. But when he was given a certificate that he was healthy, he was able to issue a weapon for himself. Our government not only released mentally ill people, but also gave them weapons. And 3 days ago, a terrible attack took place in Kiev. The head of the charitable foundation for helping the homeless and orphans was killed. He began to investigate how orphan girls are being sold into slavery. And everyone has long known that children and organs are sold by people who are not afraid of being punished. These are people who work in the police. You can guess who brutally killed the head of the charitable foundation. His wife has not been able to see him for 3 days because she is not allowed into the morgue. And now his organization is doing such an action to help the homeless. They spread information as much as possible to punish criminals and ask people to help the homeless. There is no need to give money to anyone because money is also taken from the homeless. It is better to hang food bags on trash cans. Any bag of cheap food and bread can save someone from starvation. There are 2 women among my clients who help stray animals and low-income families. I offered them today to help the homeless. My employee came to the store, and I went to these women for several hours to buy groceries, put them in bags. On each bag, we glued a note that was food for those in need and hung these bags on the garbage cans. We had 25 packages. We bought bread, cheap canned goods, rolls, water, and crackers. We spent little money, but we collected 25 large food bags. Many people are ashamed to do this. Some are ashamed to go to the trash can. But we did everything neatly, and I returned to the store again. I will never pass someone else's grief. I always help stray animals and low-income people. Homeless people are not homeless people, they are people. I all think that they themselves crossed this path, chose this path. I disagree with that. Some were helped to choose this path. And instead of condemning someone, it is better to buy a couple of loaves of bread and leave it on the street. So they now have taken such actions to do it for myself, but from today in our store there will be a box where our customers will be able to make donations. Then we will buy food for this money, leave it near the garbage cans, because this is where the homeless are looking for something to eat. So it's just something to share with everybody that, you know, we are all this planet, this civilization is a family. And it doesn't mean a family where you have the same parents, you know, that type of family. It is a family of the God. We are all gods in these bodies, and we are all housed in these bodies. So when we talk about family, everyone on this planet is family. We are all part of the one. And things like this that are occurring on this planet are unacceptable. Releasing psychiatric people with guns and giving them guns and a clean bill of health so they can perpetrate crimes on the innocent people that live in those vicinities and areas. It's just unacceptable. So, and this is something I wanted to share with everybody, so we understand that there are brothers and sisters in other parts of the world that are doing whatever they can, and they're being subjected to this kind of treatment from their governments. At the core of you is a perfect stillness in all of us. At the center of every cyclone is a space that does not move. At the center of every cyclone there's a space that does not move. And then we have the wild chaos of life spins around us. Yet the innermost core is untouched, unmovable, and completely still. It is always relaxed, and it is always at ease. This core may be the width of a coin, or smaller than an atom. It all depends on how much you are surrounded to it, or surrendered to it. You can be surrendered a little bit, or you can be surrendered fully. When you take a closer look at your life, you can see the mind is always spinning around something, constantly caught in the periphery, caught in a cyclone of ideas and actions. The mind is perpetually busy, preoccupied, and addicted to the world of productivity, pleasure, and entertainment. The mind never gets enough of what doesn't truly satisfy it. The mind never gets enough of what truly satisfies it. The only thing that satisfies the mind is finding your still, calm center. It holds a timeless, spacious energy that feels as if you could relax in it for an eternity. It holds a timeless, spacious energy that feels as if you could relax in it for an eternity. And to find this heavenly place inside each and every single one of us, you must choose first completely to let go of everything on the periphery. Everything that's outside of your core. Everything. This means your body, possessions, relationships, wealth, and the entire world. Big order, isn't it? Let go of your attachment to everything and sit and rest in the core of. And discover what's there when the mind is not there. And you, each of us, will soon find the deepest and richest treasure of profound stillness, which has always been there. And when the mind finds its center, each of you, all of us, will finally be free. But understand, this is a choice. It's a choice for each and every one of us. To find this heavenly place inside you, you must choose first completely to let go. Completely let go of everything on the periphery, which means everything externally. Everything that's outside of your core. That means your body, your possessions, your relationships, your wealth, and the entire world. Expectations, attachments, everything. And sit and rest in the core of. And discover what's there when the mind is not there. You will soon find the deepest and richest treasure of profound stillness, which has always been there, always will be. When the mind finds its center, you will finally be free. This is a imperative understanding for this civilization. Is to see, when we're attached, and we've been trained to be attached, and we've been trained for expectations, we hold on to all this stuff. And don't you ever feel that you're holding on to things, and you'd like to let them go, but then you have a fear. The mind instigates this fear, the ego mind, and this fear overtakes you. So you withdraw from letting everything go because you have a fear, because you're worried that if you let everything go, you won't have anything. It's so silly. It is when you let everything go that you do have everything. It's when you hold on to everything that you have nothing. You ever notice that in your life? All of us have experienced it. We're not exempt, more than once, where we would like to let go of things. Really, truly, we would. We would like to let go of things. But we are trained in an exterior world outside of our gods that, no, if I do that, I'll lose everything. I won't have anything. You see how the mind works? Can you see how the ego mind plays on you? Where it instigates to you that, no, I want all this. You can't let it go. I want it all. Everything. And I'm not even satisfied with what we have right now, so we have to have more things, more stuff, more interactions. So people always ask, where can I find peace? Where? And to find this heavenly peace, this place inside you, you must first completely let go of everything. And that's on the periphery, which means everything around you. Everything that's outside of your core. Your body, your possessions, your relationships, your wealth, and the entire world. This world that you're leaving, this world. This three-dimensional, goopy, low-density, frequency world. And everybody should be able to give themselves a big hug and kiss for persevering this low-frequency world for as long as this civilization has, generation after generation. And remember that our minds never get enough of what doesn't truly satisfy it. But think about that. Never get enough of what truly doesn't satisfy it. So it's endless. It doesn't matter how much you have, it's never enough. There's always more. You ever notice that? Doesn't matter. It's always more. When you think you're satisfied, something comes in from the ego, the mind, and then it dictates to your heart mind, and then you get more things. You have more interactions, so on and so forth. Doesn't have to be things solely. It can be other interactions with people. So this heavenly place inside of every one of us, we choose or we don't. We choose to completely let go of everything outside of us, everything that's outside of our core. Our body, our possessions, our relationships, wealth, entire world. People say, well, how do you do that? How do you let go? How do you do that? What does that mean? I'm going to just, disappear myself from the world and all my relationships, and friends and family, and, my spouse, whatever, and I'm just going to let all that go and just ignore it all. No, that's not it. That's the ego talking. You let go from the heart of your attachment and expectations of all the peripheral distractions, all of them, everything outside of you, everything. Your body, you let go of the body. Any possessions, you let go. You detach from them. You have them, but you detach from them in order to find this bliss, this peace, the core, with the very core, the center of your being. Relationships, wealth, the entire world. You just let go of everything. You let it go. And you'll know when you let it go. Because all of a sudden you think you're going to have this fear, you won't. And everything will just fall away. And you'll be pleasantly surprised. Because you'll understand is that when you have expectations and attachments and you hang on to everything for dear life, you're worried that you're going to lose this, or you're going to lose that, or a relationship's not going to work out. What are you going to do here and there? And it's just absolutely a miscombobulated confusion. So when you let go, you just let it all go. You just let your attachments melt away, and your relationships in the world, all your possessions, wealth, everything. And that is where you will find your place, your heavenly place, where there is bliss and joy and peace, tranquility and benevolence, and you will not desire anything. When you're in the core of your being, you will not desire anything. You will not worry about losing anything or not having anything. Because it is when we do this that we have it all. You see how everybody's been taught is the opposite. So what does that do to most people? It instigates fear, a thought, just a thought that we create into a reality. But when you move into the core of your being, the center of all that you are, ever have been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever, you will have this place, this heavenly place of total peace and bliss. You will want for nothing. You will desire nothing. You see? Because you've left the mind behind, the ego mind. You've left everything. You've detached from it. Now, I'm not saying that for some this is not a challenge, okay? What I am saying is that to present it, and then for you to see whether or not you can engage it, to present it. Because you'll discover what's there when the mind is not there. You imagine that. Where the mind is not. So you discover your core essence when the mind is not there because you have let go. You'll find the deepest, richest treasure of profound stillness. And the silly thing about it, for all of us to know, that it has always been there. And when that happens and the mind finds its center, when the mind for the first time ever becomes balanced in the center, that's when you will finally be free of all this stuff around you, of all of these material things, all of this stuff that binds you, suppresses, distresses. You ever notice the more you're attached to, more expectations, the heavier you feel? You ever notice that? And have you ever experienced where you have nothing materially? Nothing, zero, okay? But yet there is a feeling that you have of lightness, of freeness. This is something that we all have. It's just that it's confusing for many because they have that fear of letting go, of literally, completely letting go of everything. Everything outside of you. You let go of the body, you let go of your possessions, you let go of relationships, wealth, and the entire world. This is what we always talk about for each of us in this civilization, to choose to go deep within us, with ourselves, deep within ourselves, to literally discover the essence, the core of our being. which is complete, unmitigated, undisrupted joy, peace, total silence. Total silence. And it's almost like you're floating as the God that you are within. So when you understand that for yourself, when you understand it for yourself, because remember, it all begins with each of us. It is all about you that you've been taught. It's all about that stuff outside of you. It's not about you, it's about everything else. It's not about you, that's being selfish. You should be sacrificing and struggle to help others. Say. Now, when you begin to understand that it is within you, and to discover the core essence of your being, and to literally let go of everything outside of you, you find your true heavenly place. And you've surrendered everything and you love yourself deeply, truly. Then you affect everyone around you and everything. Then you are omnipotently powerful to help and assist everyone. Everyone. Because you are free. You no longer have these burdens and these things that the mind incessantly attaches itself to. You're free. Completely. And once you get a taste of that, you will not go back. You will not go back. You know, there are some of us on this planet that have achieved that. But they don't go around and, blast it out, look at me and I've done this, that. It is very subdued. Why would they be interested in that? We all inside of us are perfect stillness. Perfect stillness. All of us. Even those that aren't awake yet. Perfect stillness. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted. And I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we desire, that we want to do, is to relax our bodies. Let go of the body. Let go. Completely. It'll just relax. It'll just completely go limp. That's why so many people write to me and say they fall asleep in the meditations, because they just go totally limp. They have no concern, no worry, no stress, no fear. They just literally go into sleep. Everybody's different. Everybody's affected differently in these meditations. So you relax the body, you drop the shoulders, you let go of the body. And as you let go of the body, let go of everything else. Let go. Let go of everything. Everything outside of you. Everything that's outside of your core. Your body, relax the body. Possessions relaxes you more. Relationships frees you. Wealth in the entire world. Let go of everything. Relax. Lean in. Fall into the center, the core of your very existence and being. The heaven. The place of peace. The joy. The bliss. The stillness. Complete stillness and quiet. And as you do this, into the now. And we all know that the now is all we have. Yet, the mind, the ego mind, convinces us otherwise. No, you've got to go in the future, find out something. You've got to go into the past, reminisce, re-experience over and over and over again. And I am never satisfied. So I want you to do it always. Frontwards, backwards, past, future. You don't need to be in the now. Don't worry about the now. So when we're in the now, every moment, every space between heartbeat, every single moment is the now. Whatever you're doing, whatever it is, you're focused on it, the now. Why do you think people cut their finger when they're supposedly focused on cutting vegetables or fruits? Why do you think that happens? Why do you think that people are doing something with their hands and they drop something, or they make a mistake, or they're walking through their dwelling and they walk many times and they're not focused, and they bang their toe on something, stub their toe, or bang their leg into something? It's because they're not focused, they're not in the now. The more in the now, and you practice being in the now, everything changes. This is the beginning of you to enter the very core essence of your being. But first you must focus on the now. Many of us will go into the past. Not a bad thing. We all reminisce and go into the past and enjoy some memories. But it's over. It's gone. It is not coming back. The past is the past. It is finished. So a lot of us will continue to be seduced by the past, and then it gets carried away to the extent where we will bring that past into a future that doesn't exist and create the future with that past and relive the past in that future. This is why many people will say, I feel like I've been running around in circles my whole entire life. So the now is everything. Moment to moment. The now is everything. This is why it's much easier for us to let go of everything in the now, everything outside of us in the now, because when you focus on the now, you leave all that behind. You leave that behind. You leave the body behind, the possessions, you leave the relationships, the wealth, and the entire world. It's not like you're just ending them, but you're letting go of them. Now also, relaxing the body, being in the now, in the moment to moment, we want to breathe. And we want to breath in through our nose. It's very easy. And breath out through our mouth. Now this breath that we depend on, just about all of us depend on this breath. This breath is divine positive energy. Why is it divine positive energy? It's just breath. It sustains the body. It sustains the kingdom of God within each and every one of us. It sustains pure consciousness. It allows us to experience life, to have an adventure in this life. Divine positive energy. So as we breath it in, we visualize it. We visualize it through, and when we do this in a very simple format, there are many other points in the body, and we can go into heavy detail, but for this simplicity, simpleness, we do it this way. So understand that we have main points of light, frequency, energy, vortexes of energy, chi, God energy, God light energy, and this is funneled through each of the chakras, 7 going through the center of the body. And these are colored wheels of light. they appear geometric shapes. They look like flower petals, different kinds of flowers. And they really do, though. That's what they look like. And so you picture this, and you begin to have an intimate understanding that these vortexes of energies lying across 7 different points on your spinal column. Now, these 7 chakras are connected to different glands and organs in the body. They are responsible for uniform distribution of your God energy, your God light energy, your chi, your ki, prana, life energy. And it's literally funneled through them. And when there is a disruption in this life energy or a blockage in any one or more chakras, you may suffer from health or mental issues. So the chakras form the energy ecosystem of every one of us. And a deficiency in this ecosystem can wreak havoc in the different areas of life. So understand that. And as we do this visualization, keep one eye on the little guy, the ego, because everything that comes after I am, ego, you don't care to have the ego interfere. So we start with the positive, divine, positive energy in our breath, and we pull it we're sitting in a relaxed position with the root chakra, the Muladhara. This is a red wheel of light, beautiful red color. It's energy, stability, comfort, safety. It is the I am. And then we move through the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, the Vadhisthana. This is sensuality, sexuality, pleasure, sociability. I feel. And then through the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, strength, personality, power, determination, I do. And then through the heart chakra, the green wheel of light, the Anahata, acceptance, love, compassion, sincerity, I love. Then through the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha, communication, expression, creativity, inspiration, I talk. And then through the violet wheel of light, the third eye chakra, the Ajna, intuition, lucidity, meditation, trust, I see. And then through the purple wheel of light, the crown chakra, the Ausarha, knowledge, consciousness, fulfillment, spirituality, I understand. And this divine positive energy, we pull it right up through these energy vortexes. And we hold it in the back of our heads. And for a brief moment, we hold it there. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress it into pure liquid energy. Now we release this energy over the pineal gland. And this energy opens the pineal gland. The pineal gland, I look at it as a rosebud. You look at it however you want, a prune, a raisin, whatever, a pine cone. But the pineal gland, once this rosebud is saturated in this pure liquid energy, it opens and blossoms and blooms into a magnificent, highly scented, multicolored rose, shimmering, which is eternal. And this opens up the pineal gland to its full capacity. Now, while we're in these bodies, this pineal gland is a very important organ for us because it is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It's also the gateway to pure consciousness and beyond. So it's very important that it is fully healthy and functioning, vibrant. So this exercise gives it that opportunity to be in full bloom, in full health, in full operating capacity. Now we can visualize this and do this whenever we choose. It is an exercise that we should practice as much as we can. Because this isn't figuratively, it is literally. Now all of us are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and that we are consciously aware that we are of and from the highest and the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now we have others with us, and we also understand that we are merged, we are one with our core being, our essence. We are one with the God, the pure consciousness. We are one with the body. We're all one. Yet, we have no attachment to any of it. The others, the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, they're a civilization that vibrates at a different frequency than we do. This is why we don't see them like we see each other. They do appear in humanoid form to give us messages. And we usually will know after they're gone. It just comes into us through the heart line. That wasn't just, somebody just walking by. That was an angel. Now, they can occupy a small space in large numbers. So that means that it's not unusual to have several thousand surrounding any one of us at any one time. They've been helping us, and we've been helping them. We've been assisting each other. We're all part of each other for a very long time. They're consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and that they are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. We also have the ascended masters: Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, El Moria, Abundantia, Hell, Thought, many, many, many more, many who have never been named. Now, these are those who have ascended out of body and hold God form. What is God form? Pure consciousness. It's everything. It's Source Creator. We're part of that Source. Now, they've been mastering for a very long time. We've been mastering for a very long time. We have ascended into body to experience physical form, to experience it. It's an adventure. Now, what does God form look like? It doesn't look like anything. But in all conventionality, it is a ball of pure, divine light energy. That's what it is. It can take on any shape, any form, whatever it chooses. If it's not tricked. So all of us are consciously aware, and we've all assembled here for this massive, universal, then global meditation in this now, forming the circle of light. So we're compelled to call out to the other facets, aspects, the different frequencies, and the higher realms of all parts of Source Creator. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and that they are of and from the highest and deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now, they come in the Gugaplexes. One Gugaplex will fill this universe. Visualize that. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe, which has billions of galaxies larger than this one, the Milky Way. And they come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all of the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, beneath Earth, Agartha. Many, many civilizations, many, and species, Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, the celestials, all the off-worlders. Many, 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 many civilizations, many species. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, this meditation to forming the circle of light. Now, we're only familiar with a few of them. Pleiadians, Arcturians, Andromedans, Sirians, felines, Zeta Reticuli, the different levels and species of the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Nords, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian, many, many, many more. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Now, they've been assisting us in our evolution. They've been assisting us in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions. And they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. And they come in the billions. And they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings that have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. And they are with us now, and they come in the trillions, and just to name a few of them, the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. Shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which many of us have never, ever seen before. And they are with us now. All of us assembled here, spanning all the universes, quantum, hyperquantum, all existence in existence, assembled in the liberation of this planet, Earth, Gaia, Arya. In this now, we form this circle of light. Arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods together. We are all in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness and kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And we are all one. We are all love. We are all the God. And our God-light energy is and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever, and it continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. Now, this circle of light that we've all formed, this light, is so brilliant, it would take over 1 billion of the suns in the solar system to even compare to the light of this circle. It is far-reaching. It connects to everything in all existence and existence. It floods, penetrates, saturates, bathes all things, all life, the highest value in the universe. And we begin to ascend up above the planet. And as we ascend, we are met with a beautiful Gossamer Field. It is everywhere. This field is trillions and trillions and trillions of reflecting, vibrant, colored lights. They're all facets and aspects of all of us. They are from the core creation of Source Creator. Love and joy and bliss and peace, and we're swimming in it, in the circle of light. So we continue to levitate up, and we're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light. Now, this is a column that reminds us that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is the column that reminds us of our power, our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. Then we're met with the white fire column. This column reminds us that each of us is imbued head to toe, inside and out, with a vibrant, brilliant white fire armor. Nothing can penetrate the armor, can influence the armor. Nothing externally can damage, harm, disrupt us. All lower dark matter frequencies and lower survival matter frequencies cannot sustain themselves around this high frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude. They will vaporize. They will be no more. But only you have the power, if you choose, to lower your frequencies enough, deeply enough, where you will create a breach in this white fire armor of yours to allow the lower dark matter frequencies and lower survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do choose to do this, you're immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is a column that reminds you that you can bring in the purple transmuting flame. You can literally transmute all of these lower dark matter frequencies, lower survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and you can send it back to the pure consciousness where they become no more. Then you're met with the violet ray. This is a column that reminds you that you can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame and purify, cleanse, and harmonize, reestablish the high vibrational frequency of deep eternal love and gratitude, therefore restoring your full white fire armor, head to toe, inside and out. Then we're met with golden light and pink light. This is a column that reminds us of who and what we are, that we are pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. We are made from love. We see it everywhere. We see it in the vistas. We see it in sunsets. We see it in sunrises. We see it in reflections in the clouds. We see it in the waters. We see it everywhere. The reason we're taken aback at such beauty is because we are part of the beauty. We're in awe of ourselves, of the God within us. And this harmony vibrates. And you can always identify exactly what it is you're feeling. What you're feeling is the love that you are in the God within. So we continue to to levitate, and we're met. Some of us decide to, who are carrying physical forms, decide to step outside our bodies effortlessly float above them. And as we do this, and we continue to levitate, we're met with this massive crystalline light tower. This is larger than this solar system. And in this crystalline light tower, the actual shaft of it, you can see into it. And it has trillions of vibrant, pulsating, colored light. It's an aura pulsating. And it emanates out from the column. And this is deep, deep, deep eternal love and gratitude. It is absolutely spectacular. We created this column. It is perpetual and eternal. And it saturates, floods, and bathes every single thing and every single thing and every single thing. All of our brothers and sisters on and above and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, this circle of light, increasing the vibrational frequencies everywhere. And at the top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees. Now this ocean, which saturates everything and everything, all life, and we are drops of that golden ocean, and each of us hold the essence of that ocean. We are love, waking the love inside of everything. We are love that's intent is to literally move the vibrational frequency of all things into the highest and the highest high of deep eternal love and gratitude, therefore transforming the frequency field into a much higher field of existence, which our first step would be the fifth dimension, the 5 density, the 5D, which most of us have stepped into. The more you become 5D oriented, the more you will see things dissipate in the 3D world. They will no longer have a meaning. They will no longer have a hold. And each of us will have already chosen to literally go into the very core essence of our being and to be in pure stillness, to literally let go of everything in the peripheral world, everything. Now we move a little bit over and we see this massive meditative sphere set center circle. This sphere holds near 900 meditations in perpetual motion. We created this sphere well over 2 years ago. Near 900 meditations of pure intent, of deep eternal love and gratitude, of peace, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss and joy, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And it's in perpetual motion. And millions of us, literally, millions and millions and millions of us, every single day contribute to that meditative sphere, and we keep all of these meditations in perpetual motion. Flooding and saturating all of us, inside and out, head to toe, all of our brothers and sisters, all life, the highest value in the universe, everywhere, everything, and everything. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. Pure, deep, eternal love, of which all of us are made of. And we choose to enter the stillness, total quiet of our core, our deep, deep inner essence. We let go of everything that's outside of our core. Our body, our possessions, our relationships, wealth, and the entire world. We let go of our attachment to everything. We sit and we rest in the core of the gods that we are. And each of us will discover what's there when the mind is not there. Because when you literally let go of everything, the mind cannot be there. And this is profound stillness. And this profound stillness has always been there. And then the mind finds its center. And then all of us, all of our brothers and sisters, will finally be free. I'll join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close us out. Again, a easy breath in through the nose. Easy breath out through the mouth. You have surrendered everything, all of your peripheral possession, relationship, the world, is within the deepest core of your being. There is total stillness. Mind is not present. That's what balance. That's where you'll truly be free. The mind being centered. You have no expectations. That's when you work. Friday, July 24th, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation